We've got some new neighbours, and by new neighbours I mean we've got a load of sheep, which is kind of a little bit annoying, but kind of cool at the same time. Digby wasn't too sure about them when they first arrived, but I think he's like accepted them now. No biting. No biting. So Becky's in the background making some more cornflake cakes this week. We were going to do them last week, but we bought too many treats last week, so decided to save it for this week. And then we ended up eating half of the chocolate just because it was there. So we had to go to the shop and get some more chocolate. But that means we've got 1.5 bars of chocolate this week though, so we can make like extra cornflake cakes. Oh, Digby's coming up. Digby's going on his spot. Do you want to get up? Go on then. Go on then. But this is supposed to be up like that. But Digby uses it as a bed and he's like squashing it down loads. Because he likes to sleep up here and like look out the window and watch the sheep. Make sure they're not
so often
doing anything he doesn't like. Yeah, he's got to check on them. Make sure they're not getting too close to his house.
Make sure they're not doing anything naughty.
No, or they get barked at. But it's another cold, rainy weekend in the tiny house.
In lockdown.
In lockdown. There's no snow this week though. I think there's a bit of sleet forecast for tomorrow, but not really anything to get excited about. So I thought that this week we could perhaps touch on a couple of things related to the tiny house, because I've had quite a lot of people messaging me on Instagram and through YouTube, basically asking loads of questions about the tiny house. More kind of like day-to-day things rather than just like a general vlog in the house. I will go into like certain other things in more detail in later videos. But yeah, I kind of made a quick list of 5 pros and 5 cons that we've come across so far in the last 2 months of living in here. I thought I'd do 5 pros for this week, and then we'll cover the cons next week. And then there's other things we want to touch on. Becky was saying that maybe we should do a video on things that we would recommend people having if they lived in a tiny house. So we might make a video on that. Must-haves, yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll kind of touch on things like how much it costs, where you can stay. Yeah, just kind of like the kind of questions that everybody's asking me. But anyway, just going to go over a couple of the pros of living in a tiny house that we have discovered since being here. So pro number 1 is cleaning. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you'll remember that we used to live in a 3-bedroom house, and we just used to spend ages just cleaning all the time. In the tiny house, we can pretty much just keep on top of everything constantly, and it's never a big job. So once a week, I'll change all the bed sheets upstairs, and I'll hoover the whole of the top floor, and it'll literally take me like 20 minutes, half an hour, and then that's like done for a week. I'll clean the bathroom. That'll take me like 15 minutes, and then that's done for the week. And then just kind of like the main living space, just kind of hoover it every day, just wipe down the kitchen, and it never really gets too dirty, to be honest, if you just like keep on top of it. But yeah, general cleaning times are pretty minimal, and it's great because it means that there's less housework to do. Pro number 2, this house is so cozy, it's ridiculous. Just upstairs in the bedroom, I think it's my favourite place in the whole house. When it rains and you're just laying in bed and it's all squishy. And I think having the low ceilings just makes it just so much more cozier. I think that the fact that we bought a new mattress as well just kind of adds to it. But yeah, really cozy, really like snuggly, especially when it's cold. And yeah, just super cozy. So pro number 3 just comes down to money. Unlike in a conventional house where you pay your rent and your bills, we just pay a ground rent, a ground fee, which is, I think it works out, what is it? It's £130 a week, so just over £500 a month, which is quite expensive, but we're in quite an expensive area. But electricity is around about £20 a week, and that's pretty much it. So it's a lot cheaper than renting a house, and obviously because it's small, it's more efficient as well. but we do have to pay commercial electricity fees, which is kind of one drawback, I suppose. But yeah, generally speaking, it's a lot cheaper, and it kind of gives you a bit more financial freedom. I'm trying to do these videos in different parts of the house and running out of places to go. But pro number 4 is the fact that it's our house. We can do anything we want to it, we can decorate it. We were just talking about maybe putting some more flooring upstairs because it's just like the bare floor. We can do anything we want to it because we own it, it's ours, we don't have a landlord. And yeah, we can tow it anywhere, we can take it wherever we want to go. And yeah, it's great, it's our house and that gives us a lot of freedom. Pro number 5 is sustainability. So since we've moved in, we've had to be a lot less frivolous with using water and electricity. We have a 250 litre water tank, which...
And it's really good.
Yeah.
It runs out quite quickly though.
Yeah, it is really good, and it does run out quite quickly. But it just makes you more aware of what you're using. And the same goes for electricity, so we've only got a certain amount of electricity coming in. So if we use too much electricity, then the power just cuts out.
And
so,
it's really annoying when you're in the middle of just about winning the game.
But that's one of those things, it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a pro and a con, but it's kind of like in the middle there. But yeah, it just makes you more aware of what you're using and makes you just reuse water or reuse pots and pans and that sort of thing to try and get the most out of what you got. So Josh is having his lunch.
I haven't had what's it in ages. Like, don't know how long. It's been too long. I can't remember.
Just love a what's it. Josh has been in the van all morning. Oh, that's the other thing. Josh has turned the van into his gaming room.
Yeah.
Which works for everybody, which is another pro because it means that Josh isn't shouting and screaming upstairs. But there you have it, 5 pros of living in a tiny house that we've come across. We haven't experienced the campsite being busy yet because it's winter. So maybe having lots of people here in tents and everything,
then there won't be loads of people.
Would be really noisy, or it might be great because we'll meet loads of new people. Well, yeah, it all depends on the lockdown. But yeah, 5 pros of living in a tiny house. What type of ship only has 2 people in it? You can get this. You can get this. Come on, this is easy.
I don't know.
Think outside the box.
It's not easy though.
It's not a real ship.
What?
It's not like a ship.
Relationship.
A relationship.
Oh. Okay.
No, I want to do one more.
Yeah, but then you say that and then you say one more after that.
What starts with an E but only has a single letter in it?
E.
Starts with an E.
But only has a single E.
Only has a single letter in it.
So the only letter is E?
Come on.
The only letter is E?
Starts with an E but only has a single letter in it.
Can I see the words?
Huh?
Can I see the
I don't think
letters?
that'll help.
Still. Oh my god.
Starts with an E but only has a single letter in it.
An envelope.
Yeah! I got it! Good, you'll go.
What are put on the table and cut but never eaten?
Put on the table and cut, but never eaten.
Mm.
It's obvious.
No, not really.
Just put on the table and cut. A napkin.
Can I show them what it is?
Show them what it is.
Can you...
Wait, I don't think the camera got it. Playing cards.
Hey. Flat as a leaf, round as a ring, has 2 eyes, can't see a thing.
Flat as a leaf, pancake.
Nope.
Round as a ring.
Pancake doesn't have 2 eyes.
Flat as a leaf.
Yeah.
Round as a ring. So it's round and it's flat, and it's got 2 eyes. Flat as a leaf, round as a ring. Has 2 eyes but can't see a thing.
Do you want to see what the first word
A
is?
buntota.
Do you see?
What?
Disgusting.
What?
Disgusting. There isn't even an M.
It's a buntota.
Oh, a bun. I think it's a bum too.
Yeah, I think it's a bum.
A buntota?
No.
First letter.
Oh my gosh. It's an A because it's a thing. It's a something. The first letter's a B. A, B.
A bum bum.
No, there's no B. Oh,
Let me see the letters.
you can see it now.
A button.
Yeah. Because you saw.
Stupid. This is what I was saying earlier about the tiny house being cosy. All cuddled up on the sofa. Digby always looks like the comfiest thing in the world. Just chewing his chew. We're both going to play The Sims in a minute. I was looking for a new game to play on my laptop. And a lot of the new games, like the big games, I can't play on my laptop because like the graphic performance isn't good enough. So I was looking at more like casual games to play, and then I kind of realised that we already had The Sims for free because we've already got it. With a couple of expansion packs. So I was like, oh, I'll just start playing The Sims. Becky started playing it again as well, and we've just bought another expansion pack.
What did you get?
Just a seasons one. So you have like summer, winter, autumn, spring, and like Christmas and stuff.
You're going to get another one?
Might get another one another
Yeah,
day.
maybe one another day. But we're both going to sit down on the sofa, play some Sims. Joss is probably just going to finish his dinner and go back out in the van and play Hyperscape or something. Minecraft. And before I forget, I need to do a shout out to Daffyd Jones, who messaged me on Instagram and asked for a shout out. So big shout out to you, Daffyd. And if anybody else wants a shout out, then either message me on Instagram or yeah, go over to the community section, drop us a message, and we'll give you a shout out. Laptop out. And then I usually kind of just like stick it on the arm and kind of off we go.
Stick it on the arm?
Yeah.
Why do you need to tell them that?
I don't know.
Just stick it on in the arm and off we go.
Right, Becky, are you ready for a Sims 4 session?
It's downloading.
Alright, well, it's 10 to 6. Might as well wrap it up for today. Don't forget, next week we're going to do the 5 cons of living in a tiny house, and then maybe the week after that we'll do must-haves. And then eventually we'll get around to doing a tiny house tour. I keep meaning to do it, but the weather's a bit rubbish. Yeah,
before you do it.
There's a couple of things we still need to do before we do that. And also, well, I suppose we don't have to tidy the place up, do we? I guess.
No, there are just still some things you want
But no, we want to maybe put some shelves up. And yeah, a couple of little tweaks, and we'll probably do it when the weather's a bit better as well, because it's really miserable at the moment, and it'll kind of look a bit rubbish. But yeah, hope you enjoyed our video today. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. We'll catch you guys next week. So until then, safe drive, stay alive, have a lovely day, and yeah, we'll see you then. Alright, bye.